1650 vape. Don't do it.
You vape?
Nope. I don't drink or smoke.
You
Ever.
really don't drink?
I don't drink alcohol. No to alcohol.
It's clean.
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason or like you just don't do it?
Yeah, it's like I want to be this role model, showing that like whatever you do, you know how like, most people use that as an outlet to like build that liquid courage.
Yeah.
A lot of times, especially before going up on stage in this.
Yeah.
So I want to show like you could do it all because I want to live in that moment.
Yeah.
I want to be sober.
Yeah.
It's also when I'm with friends and stuff, I want to be able to like protect everybody. So I don't want to not be able to control my body if something goes down.
Yeah.
And then saves money.
Does save money.
And also it saves your body because you know it attacks the liver a lot.
Yeah.
So my dad,
With smoking, it's actually.
my dad, he has his own band, so he sings, songwrites,
that's
guitar, piano.
Yeah.
And I was always the kid that was at every town hall with him, like from start to finish, setting up the equipment, taking down the equipment. And you know, my uncles had their own bands, or they all formed a band together for multiple occasions. My dad even got to open up for Loso, which is he's like the biggest Thai rock star. So that was like a really dope accolade that he hit.
Yeah.
And stuff. And then I just know if he stayed in Laos, he would have been like a really famous artist.
Yeah.
But he came to America to like have a better life, and then for the children, right? Me and my sister.
Give you guys like better opportunities.
Yeah, so that's why I felt it deep in me to like carry on his passion and just try to make it big here for the future generation. So yeah, plus it's like a challenge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just want to succeed your successor thing.
Yeah.
Type of stuff.
I'm sure your dad would be proud of us.
Oh, he's definitely proud, I hear.
Yeah.
He doesn't tell me, but my mom always tells me he brags to his friends and everything.
I mean, what
He'll never tell me.
What Asian parent would
Yeah. What about you? Are you the only musician?
No, so my mom was actually used to be like a piano teacher.
Oh,
Yeah.
So can you play piano?
She didn't. So she never taught me.
But not like you didn't want to know, or
Not that I didn't want to know. I think like when I was younger, I was really stubborn. So it was hard.
I feel that.
Yeah.
So I stayed away from music for a while because my dad would try to force me to play guitar. And like when somebody tried to tell you to do something,
Force you to do something.
yeah, then you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But it's only until later. I knew I already like loved music. I just didn't like being told. So he let me find out by myself, type thing. So that was chill. Okay. So your mom does piano.
Yeah, my mom did piano.
But what made you like want to do music?
So I did a lot of like singing competitions when I was young.
Like in school?
Yeah, in school and then like just like random community ones. And I think the first time I was asked to perform, I was just like, oh, okay, like I'll try it out. It was my first time. I didn't really expect anything of it. Ended up placing. I was like, oh wait, maybe there's something here. So I did that a few more times. Got into high school, and that's when I met one of my homies who produced. So he made beats and I sung them. So I got into, I think, second year university. I was studying accounting, and I was working a job that I didn't really like love. And they were getting me to work 80 hours a week. There was like no time off. I didn't have like a day off for, I don't know, 2 months. I think like during that time, like, I broke down 3 times. I was just like, yo, I can't do this shit anymore. I need to do something else. So I turned to music.
Good choice. Music is definitely like relieving.
Yeah.
Especially that you songwrite too.
Yeah.
Songwriting, I think, is like the best gateway to just expressing. So,
What would you say is like a big turning point?
check this out. I get bored of it. So at first I wanted to be a cartoon artist, and then I wanted to be a fighter, and then I wanted to be a movie star, and then I wanted to be a dancer, and then I wanted to be a spy. And then I was like, oh, let's be a music artist. But low-key, it was a lot of things that my dad was really good at. It's like, I just wanted to be like my dad. But the funny thing is, like, me and my dad are complete opposites. He's right-handed, I'm left-handed. He draws realistic, I draw cartoon. He plays the guitar mainly and sings, and I was rapping and playing piano.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of random shit like that. But like my biggest turning point was probably, I know when I was 19 was when I truly said I'm gonna go for music. And I went, like I said, for the past 10 years I was underground, doing all these rap competitions, auditioning for X Factor, The Voice, failing at those, trying to understand my voice, like, and my songwriting skills and where I place in the world with that. So the turning points were definitely like just figuring out through school. Like I remember I would win like little poetry contests. I mean, I even went out and then I won it out of everybody in the state. I was like, I'm pretty good at storytelling. Yeah. So I wanted to. My turning points were throughout school, just
Like figuring yourself out.
Yep. And I kept noticing how much it was easy to rhyme for some reason with me.
Yeah.
So it was that, I think.
We'll go on to the next question. Since you're talking about creating, what is your creative process like?
You wanna go first?
I've got like low-key like 3 to 4 different ways. Is like one will either be I experience something and I want to write about it, so I will look for a beat that suits what I'm feeling and then I start writing to it, or I will already have a melody in my head and then I'll look for a beat similar to that and then start writing to it, because I do someday want to make my own beats. I have a lot in my head and that like I beatbox in my phone, but I don't want to focus on that yet. It's just the songwriting stuff. So it'll be mainly those whenever an inspiration comes to mind. Or sometimes I'll just listen to a beat, and if I really feel something, I just start writing to it. So those are like my outlets. Those are right.
I think for me, my creative process is I try to seek out like new experiences, because I think a lot of my songs are personal. So whether it's like stories from my own life or stories from my friends, I kind of want to capture that emotion. And I think in order to be able to do that, you need to really just be present and live life like every day, search out new experiences. In terms of like technicals, every time I hit a song, I listen to a beat. If it clicks, I'll start like making melodies first, and then after that I'll focus on the lyrics.
Do you focus on the hook first, or does it vary?
It varies. A lot of times I've done hook first, but there are like rare times where the verse will come really naturally.
I know some people have questions like that.
Yeah. So the second verse for me is like the hardest to write. I don't know about like you.
I understand that. Like you could even tell in the mainstream. A lot of times, sometimes that's why artists will feature other artists.
Yeah.
Because to help fill that spot and bring something new.
Yeah.
That and even mainstream artists that'll have just a single solo song. Like you could see, yes, it's always the first verse that kills it, and the second verse like it's still cool.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
No, I want to collab with the YouTubers that I grew up with, like the Asian artists, so like Russell, formerly known as Big Pride, Timothy De La Ghetto, who now goes by Timothy Calderon too, David So, like, there's a lot of them. There's so many things. So it's like all those Asian artists that I grew up watching on YouTube, those are my big collabs. So it's not even mainstream artists. Because those were the people, like I said, were pioneers for us. So yeah, it hits me different for that. What about you? Dream collab. Weeknd? Drake? This one's Toronto. Like Drake and the Weeknd would be cool, but I think I feel like Bieber would be a really good collab. Like I think I have to go with Bieber. Okay, that's solid. Nice to fit something. Asian artist that I want to really collab with is probably catching right now. I was going to say probably, because that does sound like the sound. Yeah, similar I think that you do. Yeah.
No, he was a big like influence in growing up as well.